Meanwhile, the famine became so severe that all the food was used up, and people were starving throughout the lands of Egypt and Canaan. You know, Jacob had been in Canaan. He moved into Egypt from Canaan. There was famine in Canaan. And there was some food in Egypt. And the reason that was because of the counsel given by Joseph from the interpretation of the dream of Pharaoh, the godly counsel that was followed, which Joseph gave him. So again it says, meanwhile the famine became so severe that all the food was used up and people were starving throughout the lands of Egypt and Canaan. By selling grain to the people, Joseph eventually collected all the money in Egypt and Canaan, and he put the money in Pharaoh's treasury. Did you see that? I want you to follow the reading of this. By selling grain to the people, because only Pharaoh had food now. Because Joseph gave him wise counsel from God. So by selling grain to the people, Joseph eventually collected all the money in Egypt. Everybody was buying from Joseph. And he put the money in Pharaoh's treasury. Isn't that wonderful? The Bible doesn't say and embezzled any. He put it in Pharaoh's treasury. Look at the next verse. When the people of Egypt and Canaan ran out of money, all the Egyptians came to Joseph. Now they said to him, our money is gone, they cried, but please give us food, or we will die before your very eyes. Go on. Joseph replied, since your money is gone, bring me your livestock. Remember what I told you? Personal property is the measure of wealth. If they hadn't livestock, they were sunk. So, but they had something. He says, bring me your livestock. I will give you food in exchange for your livestock. As long as you've got something that belongs to you, you got power. Next verse. So they brought their livestock to Joseph in exchange for food, in exchange for their horses, flocks of sheep and goats, herds of cattle and donkeys. Joseph provided them with food for another year. But that year ended, and the next year came again. The next year they came again and said, we cannot hide the truth from you, my Lord. Our money is gone, and all our livestock and cattle are yours. I mean, we already gave them to you. We have nothing left to give but our bodies and our land. Oh, you still got land? That means you still have power. Okay. Why should we die before your very eyes? Buy us and our land in exchange for food. We offer our land and our heirs as slaves for Pharaoh. Just give us grain so we may live and not die, and so the land does not become empty and desolate. Oh, so they've come, we only have our bodies and our lands.